Hi, we're here at Manor Farm Leisure today, just going through a few bits and pieces, fishing the bomb and little tiny feeder. Well, I get asked a heck of a lot of time about twizzle loop, as I call it. It's my preferred method for fishing venues where you have to fish with non-fixed feeders and non-fixed leads. It's probably the closest thing you can get to having some form of a bolt rig on what I class as a safe rig. And what I'm going to try and do is show you how to set it up. It's fairly straightforward as long as you understand how the twizzling works. So basically, you can use it with a bomb, feeder, whatever you want. You start with your main line, and then what I do is I'll put an American snap with or without a diamond eye. It's fine, not a problem. Put that up the line like that. Then what I use what are tiny glass beads, very, very tiny. I actually buy these from sewing shops. I find these are one of the best things. You can use plastic beads, but they have to be good plastic and not ones that the line actually split through, because you're casting off the bead itself. So what I'll do is I will thread the bead onto the line. I can just keep the bead still. Put the bead on the line and send the bead up the line with a swivel. Then what I'll do, take quite a bit of line like that. Don't worry about having too much line, because you can always shorten it. And then I'll make, wetting the line, a big overhand loop like that. And I'll put a double knot and pull it tight on there. And what I'm actually doing now is I'm forming what will be my boom on the bottom of my rig. You need a little tiny boom, because what that boom will do, a boom will actually kick your hook length away from any of the rig, which will stop it from tangling up. And you can see that I've done an overhand knot right in the middle of that boom, and you can do another one if you want. I find that one does work, but I often like to just put an extra one in the bottom, just to be sure, really. And again, all double overhands, because then it means that none of the knots will actually slip. And there you've got what is going to be a boom. Now what you've got to do now, you've got to take the black bead, leave the swivel up, and I've got a sinking stop there, which just helps stop everything in place up the line. Take the bead down and you push it right to the boom. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to create and twizzle the line, and I want that bead to trap in the twizzled line there. Now it doesn't really matter how long you twizzle this line, but you can see I'm holding one side still and I'm twisting like mad the line in the other one, and all it's doing then is just literally twizzling it all up. I like to have about 2 to 3 inches of twizzled line. And then all you do simply that is do one overhand knot. Now it's important you don't do a double overhand knot, because the one overhand knot is what's going to create that small boom. And there you go. I'll do, just trim that off nice and close. So that your swivel comes down, and your swivel now runs on a little tiny boom. You see there, look, it actually stops the swivel in place. So when a fish pulls, there's just that tiniest bit of resistance, it bolts, and then it's on a free running rig. which to me is absolutely perfect. And you know, you can use this rig perfectly with the feeder. You know, if you need to extend that twizzle part, it's not a problem. Just make it longer, twizzle more of the line. If you want to bring that down and create, if you're allowed at the fishery, you can actually create a bolt rig on that twizzle loop, which works really well. You can't do it on a lot of fisheries because that'll be breaking the rules, but you know, to me this is the best way, and I've got a lot of fish on the rivers doing this, a lot of fish on commercials doing this, fishing little tiny feeders with skimmers. It's absolutely fantastic because these skimmers don't feel resistance, but they do put themselves on that little bit of a knot there. And the other thing, it's really good for fishing a bomb and bread, bomb and corn, bomb and pellet, any time of year. Give it a go, it's a really good method, and it's caught me a lot of fish.